Hey, what's up? What's happening? This is Jay Hunt, Merged Media, and thanks again for tuning in for the Digital Hunter. This week, we are going to dive into the Facebook Pixel and how to correctly and effectively track those conversions on Facebook. A lot of people don't even have the Facebook Pixel set up on their website, which is a huge problem. If you're running Facebook ads, you need to have, at the very least, you got to have that pixel on the website that you're sending traffic to. And then going further than that, making sure those events are being tracked as well. So you can track that user visiting different pages on your website. Okay, so we're going to geek out on that today. Firstly, I think it's important to understand what the Facebook Pixel is, because, for a lot of entrepreneurs and business owners that are not savvy with social media or Facebook advertising are like, what's a pixel? Well, a pixel is a little piece of code that goes into the header of your website to ensure that when traffic comes from Google or from somebody typing it in from your business card or going on to Facebook and hitting your website, Facebook can track those users. So you can effectively retarget those users later. You can create lookalike audiences off of people that hit your website. You can create audiences from people spending the most time on your website. So there's lots of advantages to making sure that that pixel is installed. And you can actually retarget people that have visited your website for the last 6 months. So even if you're not going to run Facebook ads today, tomorrow, next week, if you're going to run Facebook ads in the next 6 months at any point in time, it's going to be a good idea to get that pixel onto your website. Okay, so that's first and foremost. Now, events. Now there's pixel events, which is important as well. So if you have an online store, you want to make sure that you pixel the traffic that's hitting your cart and perhaps not purchasing, right? Because that's going to be a very specific audience that you're going to want to get ads in front of, like, hey, where'd you go? Hey, get back over to your cart and check out, So these type of ads are going to get in front of that audience, okay? So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you kind of how it works and kind of run through how to set up some events without the need to have a thank you page, which is key because, a lot of people think that in order to track a conversion on Facebook, you have to have a thank you page. Well, not necessarily, because with the event setup tool, we can get past that. And I'm going to show you how that works today. So here you can see this is the Merge Media Pixel. You can see we have a few events that we're tracking here. People basically filling in my Calendly link. That's going to tell me when somebody does that, somebody hitting the thank you page, all that type of stuff, right? Testing events is important as well. So I'm just going to show you. You want to make sure that that pixel is working correctly. So we're going to want to open up that website there. And from there, here I go, I'm landing on the page. So now I can go and it's showing me here, boom, a page view has been processed, which is great, telling me that the pixel is working correctly. So what you'll want to do is essentially try and test all of those actions that all the different events that are being fired on your website. So if somebody fills in the contact form, for example, you want to make sure that when somebody fills out that form, that there's a trigger sent to Facebook outlining that a conversion has happened. Okay, very important. Now next, heading over to the settings. Now you can see you have all these options on things you can actually do with your pixel. So sharing, a lot of people don't know this, you can share the pixel between ad accounts. So if you own a couple different businesses and you want to share the information that that pixel has on it, you can easily do that by just going to sharing the pixel's information with another ad account. Okay, obviously you want to make sure that it's a trusted ad account and not just anybody, because you're giving access to your audiences to that other business manager or that other ad account owner. Okay. Event setup. Now check it out here. This is super cool because now, like I said before, people think you need this thank you page to fire back a pixel to Facebook or an event to Facebook telling you that somebody converted. But, if you set up open the event tool, I'm just going to let's go merged.ca, open that website up, and you'll see how easy this is to do. Essentially, I can track a new button here. And just wherever I want somebody to click. So let's say I want to track people that are hitting this Get Started button in the top right-hand corner. I simply click on that, and then it's asking me over here, set up events. Select the event type you'd like to track. So let's just say if somebody clicks that Get Started, You have all these options here: view content, start trial, schedule, contact. We're going to label this because they're not actually a lead yet until they fill in that form after they hit get started. So I don't want to select that, but I will select contact. Okay, so now I can, in my Facebook metrics, I can have contact as one of those things I want to track. So I can see how many people are going from my Facebook ads, hitting my page and hitting that contact button. Now I can do this, and you'll see as whenever I hit track new button, Facebook's going to find all the places that are clickable on my website. Schedule an appointment with Jay today. Yeah, that's cool. Let's do that. Let's call that a contact as well. Boom, confirm. Awesome. And we're just going to continue down here. Where else? Here we go. At merged. Okay, we're going to leave that. We're not going to call that contact. That's sending traffic over to Instagram, but we could call that a different event if we wanted to. And then you have all these links down here, which are not really important at this time. Basically, those are the two big ones. And maybe we'll just grab contact here as well and ensure that we capture anybody hitting that contact button with the contact event. Boom. Perfect. So we got that done. Now, once that's done, like I said, somebody's going to hit our website from an ad, and that's going to trigger back to Facebook that somebody came over and hit that contact button. So, for example, if I optimize an ad on Facebook and tell Facebook I want to optimize for conversions, Facebook's going to try to get my ads in front of those people that have the highest tendency to come over to my website and click on those buttons there to register a conversion back to Facebook. Essentially, that's what we're optimizing for. You're going to find that when you create a Facebook ad campaign, if you optimize for traffic, you're going to get a boatload of traffic, but a lot of that traffic is not going to go back and are not going to go to your website and convert, because essentially that's what you're telling Facebook. Go out there and get your ads in front of people that click on content, but go to a website and don't convert on content. Right? It's great for if you're setting up retargeting audiences and that type of stuff. But essentially, if you just want to get leads or purchases or conversions in the door, you have to optimize for conversions, right? And this is one way to be able to track those conversions if for whatever reason you don't have access to a thank you page, right? We actually have a situation with a client where I'm going to go here, where we don't actually have access to this form, essentially. So what we need to do, because it's right now it's embedded with HubSpot, but what we need to do is we need to track all the activity that's happening on this developer's page. It's a real estate developer here, and obviously you want to track the people that are coming in as leads. So we've got basically everything being tracked. If anybody clicks on any of these buttons, it's going to register a view content for us back on Facebook, which is essentially it's a small win for us. We are tracking conversions on the other end using HubSpot, but for the most part, we can still register on Facebook when somebody actually views content. Awesome. So with that being said, thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. It's if you guys have any questions about Facebook marketing, just reach out to me. You can actually slide into my DMs if you're on Instagram, or you can hit me up, jason@merge.ca. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. We'll talk to you soon.